This is Jim Emter with Van Ahn & Company with our closing grain and livestock comments for July 22nd, 2016. Corn market down 17 1/4 on the week. Soybeans down 66. The wheat market down a half. On the day, you had the corn market steadied up a penny. The bean market down anywhere from 24 to 27 cents on the close, and the wheat market actually up 9 to 11. So not such a bad day here for the grain markets to finish Friday, but on the week was kind of a rough week. When you look to the reasoning, you look at weather conditions. We're looking at conditions that are going to trend back to average here after the weekend. You also got good precipitation working into the models, both the 6 to 10, 8 to 14 day, and over the next 5 days. So that's kind of resulted in the bean market taking the biggest hit this week due to that market having the most weather premium and some favorable looking conditions here as we work ahead, and that's the catalyst. So the funds are going to be the major component. We're going to watch those here this afternoon to see how much they've liquidated, but keep in mind that does not encompass the last 3 days of trade each week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will still be a big question mark as a lot of the liquidation that occurred there. In the feeder cattle market, down 237.5 on the week. Live cattle down 97.5. The hog market down 472.5. On the day on Friday, the feeder cattle market up over 230, 240. Live cattle market up nearly $2, and the hog market showing anywhere from up $1 to $2. So a nice performance here. The cattle on feed report, 103% placements, 101 on the cattle on feed, and marketing's just slightly 1% lower. So a firmer tone to the cattle on feed report. The cold storage report did show a little greater stocks. So we actually look for a little more of a favorable move starting next week based off that cattle on feed report, but saying it is one thing, actually seeing it's another. We'll see if we can't have a rounded out bottom here. The hog market, on the other hand, going to continue to be dependent off these exports. Very important that we see an uptick in those exports here as we work ahead, as we've been undercut here the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, and that's what really has resulted in the pressure. The cutouts have been a little bit back and forth here as we've watched those. The cold storage report also showed a little greater stocks, so don't expect too much higher out of the hog market, but at least some stability here as we work ahead. This has been Jim Emter, Van Ahn & Company, Alexandria, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results. This is a solicitation.